right, Harold Reynolds joining us, our good buddy, MLB Network analyst. MLB Network's live all-star coverage from Seattle gets underway at 2 Eastern today. A red carpet show, followed by intentional talk, MLB Tonight, from batting practice. Harold joins us now on the program. Okay, we were talking about what's more impressive, winning the slam dunk contest or home run derby. What would you?
Well, first of all, Tyreek Hill, if an alligator's after him, we're going to see really how fast he is. No doubt.
Okay, so what's more impressive, winning slam dunk or home run derby?
Well, if you're Spud Webb or somebody like that, I'm going with the dunk. Depends on the size. I mean, really, the big guys are going to hit home runs. The little guy dunking like that, that's the most impressive.
Well, but a little guy hitting a home run as well. Like, what's more? Look, how many home runs did you hit in your life?
21.
21. Okay. That's impressive.
But I could dunk a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. So what was more impressive, dunking or hitting a home run?
I would say dunking.
Oh, okay.
Depends on the style. I mean, just getting over the rim, yeah, but if you could get up and get behind it, yeah, that's impressive.
Best pitcher you homered off of?
Ooh. I don't know. Kevin Brown, maybe?
Okay. He was throwing the sinker, it didn't sink, and then you took him deep?
Smoked it.
Of course you did.
I hope my voice is hanging in there.
Yeah, what's going on with the voice there? Were you yelling last night?
I've been running since I got to Seattle.
Okay.
Been crazy. And then obviously, I picked Julio in the home run derby. I had the front run.
Yeah.
So I've been front running all over the place. But no, it's been good. Been a good time. Really busy.
I had somebody ask me this question recently, and I had an answer, and then I kept thinking if I had the right answer. What's more impressive? What Bo Jackson did as an athlete or what Shohei Ohtani is doing as a baseball player?
Wow. These are tough ones. I don't think we'll ever see either one ever again. We just won't. Not to the level that they're doing it at.
But Ohtani is going to catch on, Harold. There's going to be players who are going to want to do both. If you're getting $60 million a year and these guys.
They can do it.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I was on the set yesterday with Albert Pujols and Pedro Martinez. And we were talking about this topic, not Bo Jackson involved, but about Shohei Ohtani. And Pedro put his arm around Albert and he said, basically what you're seeing is both of us in one person.
Yeah.
And we looked at the numbers of what he's done the first half. He's on pace for a 50-homer season. And his ERA is going to be like Pedro. It's crazy. Never see it again. No way. Guys will try it. They'll never do it at this level. Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever do it at this level.
We're not going to see Bo Jackson again.
No, we won't. Yeah, we won't see those two things. And it's amazing we were able to do it.
Yeah.
But we won't. We won't see it again.
Talking to Harold Reynolds, MLB Network analyst. All right, I'm going to ask you what I asked Jeff Passan of ESPN yesterday. You are Artie Moreno. You own the Angels. You've lost 9 of 10. What do you do with Shohei Ohtani at the All-Star break or at the trade deadline?
I think I was going to move him last year,
Okay.
I just think he is your Herschel Walker trade. Changes the whole franchise. Hard to do. People are going to talk about it, but you got to go down to one thing. Do you feel like he's going to re-sign with you? If you're going to re-sign him, great. I just don't think he's going back. And so that's a big gamble. You had to have already had these conversations. You know it's going to cost you 2 players' salaries of a Pedro and an Albert in current money.
Yeah.
We're talking $500 to $700 million. Are you going to pay it? Because you're going to get it back marketing this guy. You're going to make $1 billion in a blink. So are you going to pay it? And that's what it comes down to. It's not, do we like him? Do we want him back? It's not all that. It's, are you going to pay the freight? And it's really, one, you sit down, you have a conversation, you make the offer. If he's not going to do it, you got to move him.
Yeah, but what's the better avenue to win? Because that's what you owe to your franchise. It's just like Portland with Dame Lillard. You owe it to your fan base to improve your team, and you needed to trade Dame Lillard to improve your team. The Angels and Artie Moreno, you need to decide, can we win with him, or do we have a better chance to win without him?
Well, that's the uniqueness of baseball. You know, if you trade Lillard from the Blazers, right? One guy can really change your basketball franchise.
Yeah.
Baseball, you have to have two number ones for sure, and you got to have a lineup. So Shohei is pitching. If you decide you're going to keep him, then you got to go get that other aircraft carrier or two to get you through to win the whole thing.
Yeah, we already have Trout there.
Yeah, but Trout doesn't pitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, would you trade Trout instead of Shohei Ohtani?
At this point in time, I mean, if you're again, are you going to sign Shohei? What if I trade Mike Trout, thinking, hey, I made a nice move, and you're going to get a lot back from Mike as well. But then Shohei says, you know what? I think I'm going to be a Dodger. What now?
Well, no, I wouldn't. Well, I saw where Alex Rodriguez said he would trade both of them. He'd trade Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I mean, then you got to start all the way over.
I know.
You got to keep one of them.
What was it like seeing Ken Griffey Jr. there back in Seattle?
You know what? We had a blast. He came on yesterday. I've never seen him as engaged as he was. I mean, he did the HBCU game on Friday. Fantastic. Great event. He was engaged. And yesterday he joined Albert, Pedro, myself, and Greg Amsinger. And so we're talking about home run derby yesterday, right? And in the WBC, Mookie Betts and Trout were like, what's the hitting coach walking around with a glove for? Where's your bat? He goes, I didn't bring my bat. And they're like, yeah, because you can't hit a home run no more. Yeah. So he's like, okay. He said, and this one got funny, Dan. He goes, all right. So I called my wife, Melissa, and said, hey, bring Lucille to the ballpark.
His bat.
We died. Lucille. And so.
What was that, B.B. King's guitar?
Yeah, wasn't that his guitar?
Yeah, I think.
So, so he goes on and says, so Mookie says, you can't do it in 10 swings. He says, yeah, I can. So he does it in 9. All right. And so Trout and him are like talking to Junior, and he goes, you know, that thing's on autopilot, man. That bat knows where to go. He goes, there was many nights I just walked to the plate and Lucille knew what to do. I mean, he was talking so much smack. It was funny.
I wonder if he didn't get hurt. I know it's part of the game, but
yeah,
like how many home runs would Junior have hit?
I think he's close to 800. I mean, if you do the numbers, he was hitting 50 a year, easy. And he was in his prime. I mean, really in his prime. He just turned 30, and he was already hitting 50 a year for like 3 years or 2 years or something like that. He'd have ran off another 3 or 4, at least 40 some.
Yeah, Paulie.
Griffey's last 3 years in Seattle, 56 homers, 48 homers.
And nobody would have questioned those home runs either.
No.
Because he's not he was never. There was never any inkling that Junior used performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah. He got out. All-Star game coming up tonight. Festivities. What's the red carpet show? Who's going to be on the red carpet?
Greg Amsinger, myself will host. A couple years ago, Greg broke out shorts, thinking his legs look good. And then all the players come through. It's a fun time. We talk about the fashion. Tell you what, baseball players, I think Manny Machado started it about 3 or 4 years ago with a jacket and no shirt on underneath. So Mookie Betts has the big hat. And all of a sudden it changed the whole fashion trend. It was cool, man. So we'll cover that. Then all the pregame and postgame, all that on the network. Obviously, the game's on Fox. So it'll be a good time.
Good to talk to you as always. Get a nap. Rest the voice there for tonight.
I'll be ready.
All right.
Thank you, bud.
Harold
Appreciate
Reynolds.
it.
He hit 21 home runs in the show. MLB Network analyst.